So changing the paper, you can actually turn your wrenches where when I come back to tighten it up, I got one wrench down, one wrench up, okay? Same thing taking it off, learn to turn your wrenches around, break your cam. Let me take this paper off. I went ahead and size the paper to the drum. Is what you want to make sure that you have. And back in the day, we used to have sheet metal templates that were crimped on the ends, and you could just roll your paper out, put your template down there, cut it, or as most of us do, we take our previous piece of paper that's used, lay it down, cut the paper. So on taking the paper, first of all, take your wrench and lay down here to keep that rolling up on you. Take your paper here, lay your paper out. If you notice where the cam hits at, it's on an angle, okay? Split drum, and if you look at the drum here, that's actually on an angle. So that means the paper's cut on an angle. You put the paper straight in, you're gonna have a short side and a long side. The cam will bite part of it, but it won't bite the other part, whichever side's short. Okay, so you even your paper up here and you actually crimp it. But when you crimp it, it pushes this paper back. So you got to straighten it up, pull that piece back forward, see how it moves. Okay, and then come down here and cut this piece. And I'll do that right now. If you notice how we're cutting here. I know I had a razor knife there. And just bring your paper up and pop it. Got a little tear in it. Then again, go back, straighten your paper up, fold that, lay it back out, pull that tight, come back to the DNC and be sure your paper's straight on both sides. Come back up, fold this. You can see it's folded at an angle. Okay, and immediately it looks like this paper is longer. But if you take it up, it's probably in the same length. There it is right there. Okay. This side up, that's for a purpose, because if you do it that way, then you got your short ends backwards, okay? If you have this is one of those things you protect with your life. I'm telling you, because if you bust a piece of paper and you don't have a backup, then you're in trouble. Again, you see these points here? Okay, that's actually for when you line it up. If you cut them here, okay, that's actually your fold mark. You can put your thumb there and fold it. And what we do is actually put a mark on it. We put the paper down, and I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, see how good we are. Hey, we're close. Man, like about an 1/8 inch off. Okay, if you put it down and you take these here and cut them, you're gonna get yourself in trouble, especially with some of the heavier grits, and could be some of your fines. So keep your finger there, slide this back, keep that straight, and that's where you want to make the fold at. All right, let's see. All right, number one, turn your drum. It's got some grit on it right here. You want to keep it clean. If you can see that grit right there, you got to brush it off. Again, run your sides, make sure nothing's on it, bring it back around. Another thing, make sure the back of your paper's clean, no grit on it. Pull it out, put it in your slot, grab your drum, roll it around, pull the bottom piece out, put the top piece in, you roll it up a little bit. Okay, you want to make sure that's tight. Bring this piece back here. Go in at an angle. Okay, then I've got a 100 grit shim. It's actually 40 grit paper. And as you work through your papers, putting it on different grits, what you'll have to do is that you can reverse your shims. You can have double shims. You can have 120 grit, two 120 grits. Okay, you can have 150 grit if you got the paper something to cut up. Okay, a lot of times you'll take your paper and actually rub it together on your rougher grits. It knocks the grit off, it slicks it off right here. It makes it easier for that shim to get in there and doesn't over tighten the paper. So what you can do is, I'm gonna actually put this shim in. When I say use 2 shims, there's another 100 grit right here. So if I was working with, it's 40 grit, if I was working with a 60, if I wanted these 2 shims to bite together, and then the paper to bite, the sandpaper to actually bite into the backing, I would put them together like that. If I wanted for the cam to slip, so when I tighten it up, if I wanted this to slip, I would put the 2 pieces of paper together. Okay, and the reason is if you bump it down, you know it's gonna go one way or another. Either the paper's gonna be too loose or it's gonna be too tight. And as soon as you bump it down, pop, you just pop that piece of paper. So to get a little bit of forgiveness in there is put 2 thin shims in, so when that top cam moves or the bottom cam, whichever one you're gonna move, it'll actually allow that to slip, and you're good to go. And you just keep bumping it until it pulls it tight, and then you're good. And then if you want to, what I call put a crimp in it, bump it and turn that can where you know it's not going to break loose, then you're good to go. Okay, the other thing is that putting the shim in with the grit to the grit on the top or on the bottom makes a difference. Okay, so on here, as I pull it tight, once you get it in, grab your paper like this, pull it together on one side, take your thumb, make sure the top and bottom push tight. If you can see, I got about a 1/4 inch movement out of that. Work it across, then take this hand and hold that, press that in, go back to your top, okay? And once you get that, you actually want to look down your side to see if your paper's lined up, and what'll happen is I'll show you because it just happened here, which is a good thing. So I turn to one cam, go back, tighten that paper, get the next cam, okay, I'm gonna bump it tight, now the top cam's slipping, okay, and that paper's on there. And what'll happen is, if the paper's not exactly perfect, as you can see it's heavy on one side, part of your drum showing on the other side. That right there is okay. If it was any more than that, you'd be in trouble. So let me talk about it. You put it on there, you put your shim in. So let me do it this way. Okay, and you start to pull it tight. It's either gonna be loose here, it's gonna be loose here, it'll be loose here, it'll be loose here. And when it's perfectly tight in the front, straight through the back where the slot is in the drum, the split is in the drum, there'll be an area right here in the back that'll loosen up. So you got it tied all the way around except for right here. And that little spot in the center can chatter. So then you got to go back and actually unloosen your paper, slip your paper over so it actually pull the paper kind of at a slight angle. It'll actually pull that hollow spot back out of it. But just as soon as you turn it on, you can hear it. And when you look at the floor, if your chatter starts showing up in the center, then you know the back side of your paper's got that little hollow spot in it. So let's see how we did here. Okay, the other thing is roll your paper around, check your sides. You want to watch both sides of your thumb to see if your paper gives. Okay, come back up to your edge, check all your edges, and a lot of time when you're doing this, you can just do it within a minute. You can roll this thing around, and then the other thing is go back and thump it, and if you hear a hollow spot or a loose spot, you can hear it, the paper sounds completely different, just like tapping on something that's hollow. Okay, you get it on there, close your drum back down, put your tools up. All right, let's see how we did here.